Hey everyone, this is the Sphinx Zeus Wolf, aka Gabrielle Côté. Today is October 11th, 2021, part 2. So in this video, I will be talking about veganism, my story, and after I will be showing a couple products. Woo! Let's get started. Hype myself up, hype my mood up. Make the video interesting and entertaining or not. Okay, let's do it. I want to get this over with. Fuck it. When I was a child, I hated food. I just didn't like eating. All food was so gross. Just example, pizza, I would scrape off all the toppings, the cheese and the tomato sauce, and I would just eat the bread. In the morning, I would just eat bread and butter, end of the story. Then I opened up to example, jam, and butter on bread for morning. And I hated all food. I ate junk food too, like Fruit Loops. I just hated eating. I didn't want to eat. I remember the soup I was eating, just a canned soup. I was eating the canned soup. Then, what's in my soup? And then my dad came to see me. Just a bunch of things you like. There's corn, red beans, onions perhaps. You like everything in your soup. Why don't you just eat it? And I'm like, okay, just eat it in a innocent way, ignorant, innocent way. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna eat it. So I just like took a big spoon of my soup and just whatever. And yeah, there you go. I just kept eating in a whatever, like it's just soup. But I didn't like my soup, but then moving on, I just started eating my soup in a, like, whatever. I like everything in my soup, but, I didn't like my soup, but then just started eating my soup because I don't know what's in my soup. There was a reason I didn't like my soup because there's a bunch of salt and cancerinogen, and I think it was just a bad soup. Like, canned soup are probably not the healthiest, but it's good to know what's in your soup when you make some homemade soup. The best thing is to make the soup yourself. That way you know exactly what's in your soup. Okay, so I hated food. Then they forced me to eat food. My parents forced me to eat my food and finish my plate. My grandma Therese always told me, am I being not okay? Am I be racist? Am I be not okay? So yeah, my grandma Therese always told me, finish the food on your plate. Eat all your plate. Finish your plate. Think of the kids in Africa. I hate the noise. Think of the kids in Africa that are starving right now. End your plate. Eat all the food on your plate. Think of the kids in Africa that are poor and starving right now. You're so lucky to have food on your plate right now. And what you're eating. Finish your plate. Eat all your food. Think of all the people that don't have food on the planet right now. And your food and your plate. Eat all that's on your plate. So yeah, I felt guilty, and you just keep eating, and next thing you know, you develop some bad cancerous vibes, and you become unhealthy. Yeah, that noise is super annoying. So yeah, my grandma Therese used to tell me, eat all the food on your plate. Think of the kids in Africa that don't have food and money, that are poor. But they are great parents. They adopted a kid long distance. I believe it's a Haiti kid, and all you have to do is send some stuff if you want to, like school stuff, and maybe send a bit of money. They're great grandparents. They care. Like, they adopted a child in Haiti, long distance, I believe, stuff like that. So yeah, peace and love to my grandparents. I love you very much. It's called Culture. They were born in the 1940s, I believe. That's just how it was. Peace and love to everyone. Okay, so yeah, moving on. I developed some seasonal allergies. They were so bad. It's like one day to another, I was there, and oh my god, what is that? It's like a big cloud everywhere, and my nose started snotting, and I'm like, why am I so sick? Why is my nose full of snot, and why do I feel so bad and like congested when I was maybe like 7 years old? And then my parents are like, well, it's pollen. It's the pollen outside. You're allergic to something in the air. Then they're like, yeah, go take a shower. I went to take a shower. I remember I was like 7 years old perhaps. And then I washed my hair. I came out of the shower. All of my congestion just went away after my shower. Then I wanted to go back outside to play with my friends. No, you can't go back outside play with your friends because the pooling is outside and you're going to get congested all over again. So that really sucks. I don't like to have seasonal allergies. I wasn't born with my seasonal allergies. They developed through time, perhaps through bad eating and toxic food and the chemicals in the food. I believe in everything should be vegan and organic, natural, organic foods, nothing toxic, healthy foods. So yeah, I developed seasonal allergies, I believe, because of the food, the diet I used to have. I remember in primary school having a bloated stomach. So I had a discomfort for my lower abdomen. I had a bit of fat that was creeping on my lower abdomen, and I was very I was very uncomfortable. I had a bloated stomach, a bit of fat at the lower of my abdomen. Now I used to take my fat and it's so uncomfortable. There's a type of fat that feels good on your body, and I've noticed now that I'm 23 years old, there's a type of fat that feels good. And when I was a child, I had a type of fat that's so uncomfortable. I would pick at it. It was uncomfortable. I had a bloated stomach. Now that I'm 23 years old, I have perhaps the same amount of fat or around on my stomach, but it feels good. Perhaps because I have a better clean diet. It's a fat I get from vegan foods, organic. So it's a feeling at the same time. How do you feel with your fat? You know, I just didn't feel good as a kid. I felt bloated and it was so uncomfortable. I would pick at it when I was in primary school. So, okay, moving on. So at 15 years old, my brother started talking to me about vegetarianism just a bit briefly. It just passed by and I just glued to it. I sucked my teeth into it like a vampire. And I went on YouTube and I did some research about vegetarianism or veganism and both. And maybe he talked to me about veganism. Maybe he talked to me about vegetarianism. I don't remember. I remember going online and finding some cool, amazing YouTubers like Freely the Banana Girl. And I just watched some vegan videos and I loved it so much. I wanted to start immediately. So that's why in April 2014, I became a vegetarian and a wannabe vegan. And at the time, I was 15 years old and I wanted to be a vegan and I was a wannabe vegetarian. And moving on to later in June 2016, I take that back. In June 2015, the noise. When I was like 15 years old, blah 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 blah. I hate the noise. 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 So, anyways, fuck you. I got myself a vegan book. I was like 15 years old. I want to get it straight. So it was June 2015. I was 15 years old when I bought myself this book. No, I was 16 years old. At 15 years old, I wanted to be a vegan. I started becoming a vegetarian in April 2014. And then in June 2015, I was 16 years old. I bought myself a vegan book for the first time. That's my first vlog on my old YouTube channel, Gabby Floyd. I made a video on how I went to buy myself this book when I was 16 years old. And I made myself a recipe inside the book and I started to talk about how much I wanted to be a vegan. And I still love this book. Yeah, in 2020, 2021 is where I started cooking so many recipes. I became a vegan officially in November 2020. I started cooking so many amazing recipes in this book. Finally, I became a vegan. I am so happy. Anyways, let's go back. So I became a vegetarian in April 2014. I became vegan in November 2020. I feel better than ever. So I bought myself a book at 16 years old in 2015. I became sick in December 2016, I became sick. I was smoking weed at the time and I became sick. And yeah, my highest weight, they put me on medication at the hospital for smoking weed because I got 5 tattoos. But when I was at my boarding school, let's go back to my boarding school. At my boarding school, I would sometimes, like at the end, start walking to the grocery store and walk back with some heavy bags of vegan food or vegetarian food, and I would cook myself some rice because I was at a boarding school, so you had to eat morning, lunch, and dinner at the boarding school. And in the morning, you know, I just try to eat vegetarian all the time. I wish I could be vegan. And for lunch, I would have like rice I cooked at my place from my house. They have fridges in the dorms, and you could store your rice over there and some foods. And yeah, I would have a smoothie. I would drink a smoothie on lunchtime, and I have my rice. And it was like disgusting, but I did not feel good. Back then, my weight was around 150, but it's not even about my weight. It's about the feeling. I felt so disgusting. I was about 150 years old, 145 years old. Sure, it's about the weight too, but it's also about the overall feeling. Just how do you feel carrying your weight and everything. I was 150 years old, then sometimes I'm like, wow, I lost 5 pounds. It's a miracle. I was 145 pounds. Oh my God, what am I saying? I hate my life. 150 pounds, 145 pounds. My highest weight was 195 pounds. After they hospitalized me at the Ottawa General Hospital, they put me on medication. My highest weight was 195 pounds. Then I became a vegan. Now I feel better than ever. So yeah, at my boarding school, I would carry some big bags from the grocery store. I wasn't allowed to do it. I would do it the day I went to the school. Like, I go on the weekends to my place, and then I come back for the week to spend the time at school for school. And before they're like, oh, you're finally here, I would sneak away and go to the grocery store and get myself some food and walk back to the boarding school with my food. And then I would store it in a safe place in the fridges. And in the morning at the end, I remember eating some dates. So I would eat like 10 dates, and I would make myself a smoothie in the morning. And for lunchtime, I had some rice and beans. Somehow, sometimes I didn't have food, and I had a friend, Claudette, that I love her so much, and she would give me a bit of her food because she's like, I don't want to eat or something. Maybe she was just nice to me. She was into veganism herself too, and she would give me especially this salad of edaman. It's like a green bean, and it was so good. I was so happy to have a friend like that. She helped me pass school. I was like a stupid person that didn't want to pass school, and my friend Claudette totally helped me pass school because I would copy the homework. She would do the homework, and I would just copy what she did because I didn't want to do it. We were in chemistry physics class, and that's where I copied her homework because I didn't want to do it. You know, I don't have time. I want to go play outside with my friends, play basketball, go play around outside. When you're in chemistry and physics class, it takes all your time away. You don't have time to have a good life. You just have to stay inside. So at my boarding school, there's like 3 periods or 2. So after school, we get like an hour studying time that is forceful. You're forced to study an hour. Then you're forced to study another hour. So before dinner, you're forced to study an hour. And after dinner, you're forced to study another hour. And if you're in chemistry and physics class, you can't go play outside. There's like a recess at nighttime where you can play outside. When you're in chemistry and physics class, you don't have time to play outside. You should stay in your room because you have more homework. You have too much homework, and you can't even go play outside and have fun. So I'm like, I don't want to do my homework. I'd rather go play outside with my friends. So I was like a thuggish, stupid person that didn't want to do her homework because I'd rather go play outside and be a kid and have fun. And I'm so happy I had a friend that did her homework because unfortunately without that, I think I wouldn't have had passed school. So I didn't pass my chemistry, didn't pass my physics, but I did copy the homework from my friend because if you don't do your homework, you get a sanction and then you have to stay somewhere. You have to go immediately after school somewhere where because you didn't do your homework, you have a punishment, and then you might just fail all your school, and you might fail all your school. They won't let you pass school. If you get too many punishments, you won't pass school in general. So that's too many bullying, too many stuck up shit, too many stupid crap. Oh, you didn't do your homework? Here's a punishment. You didn't do your homework over and over again? Well, you're not allowed to pass school. You're never going to get your high school diploma. So I was so thankful to have a friend that helped me just copy her homework. And I did not pass my chemistry and physics. although I am in enriched math. I have my enriched math that is important, so they call it 4e secondaire. I did pass my enriched math, and fuck you. And I didn't pass my highest enriched math, fuck you. Because I just didn't pass it because I didn't give a shit. I wanted to go play outside with my friends and I don't give a fuck. And after when I went to CJEP, I used to bike all the time to the grocery store because I was on my own at 17 years old and I tried to be vegan at my best, and I would bike to the grocery store on my bike and I would come back with my food. I would drink a smoothie each day in the morning. That was a good time, and then I finally became an official vegan after getting traumatized at the hospital. They put me on meds. I gained a bunch of weight, and I became super sick, like everywhere in my body. My highest weight was 195 pounds. And then I became finally vegan in November 2020, and here I am today. I feel better than ever. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like ugh. That's the best I got right now for my stupid vegan video. I want to do it again, but that's the best I got right now. I'm not okay. So, I got a couple products. Moving on. I got a couple products I want to show everyone, and then end of the video, I'm done working for today. So I believe in organic foods. I've been eating organic and vegan. So example, this is a biologic organic can of corn, organic. I was like, whoa, that's so crazy. You know, I love corn so much. I can't believe we have organic corns because I've heard corn is so bad for you or something. And I'm like so happy there's organic corn. It's incredible. We also got some organic cocoa milk example, organic chickpea can, organic coconut milk, organic biologic. I know the screen is upside down. Sorry, I won't change it. That's just how it is. And we got some organic juices. Example, organic biologic juices. Oh my god, what a founding. What a founding. You know that Kraft dinner, that mac and cheese? We got some organic, what is it? 93% organic ingredients, mac and vegan cheese. Crazy, crazy. Oh yeah, everyone can be vegan with this. We got some organic ketchup. Organic ketchup, amazing, organic biologic. Some fruit, example, organic biologic, mango chunks. Organic is English and biologique is French, I believe. But I'm like, organic, biologic, same thing. But I love it, whatever, it's cool, right? So rice milk, I love this one. It's organic rice milk. I used to drink almond milk, but I love my rice milk because it tastes good and it's organic. I didn't find any affordable almond organic milk, but rice milk is so amazing. Yeah, I love it. Chugga chugga chug 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 chug. Example, some cookies. Oh yeah, you want a little treat after your dinner time? Végétalien, vegan, chocolate chip cookies, nut free. All natural, 100% vegan, dairy and egg free, sesame, peanut and nut free, cholesterol free, lactose free, zero trans fats, no refined sugars, GMO free, nothing artificial, no preservatives. Wow, crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I love it. Amazing, amazing. Veggie certified. Woo! Yeah. I got another box of cookies. Organic chocolate vanilla cookies. They're like Oreos. You miss your Oreos? We got some Oreos for you. And I swear, they are amazing. I love my cookies. And we got another box of organic juice because I felt like it. My favorite one, I like the green apple and grape one. Oh yeah, and there's the lemonade one. There's a bunch of flavors and yeah, crazy. And woo! That is a cauliflower. I love them all, okay? Don't just get me one kind because I love one kind. Give me all the kinds. No. Anyways, whatever. I might be schizo or crazy, whatever. Cauliflower crust, holy veggie. We got an amazing vegan pizza. Cauliflower crust, holy veggie. The classic pizza, it's vegan. No GMO. Earth Island. It's good for gluten-free people. It's a good pizza. I love it a lot. I eat it with sriracha. It's not organic. I don't eat organic all the time. Made with vegan mozzarella and parmesan style blend. And there's so many products. Those are just a couple. I think that's good for now. I should make another video like this. That was just a start. I need to start somewhere. I'm happy I started somewhere. This is part 2 of the 11th of October 2021. This is the Sphinx Wolf, aka Gabrielle Côté. Thank you all for listening. This might be it for today, or might be a part 3, but whatever. Whatever. And peace out. Thank you for listening. Sphinx Wolf, aka Gabrielle Côté. Have a great, amazing day. Peace. October 11th, 2021. I'm such a loser. Wow. I'm cool, though. I'm so cool. Peace.